Welcome you all to my YouTube channel. This channel is for physics, high school level, ICSE. In this channel you will get different videos based on ICSE curriculum. So today I am here with you to discuss a topic of class 9, which is equation of motion. In this equation of motion you will get the interrelation between the term used in motion as well as the derivation of this equation. So first thing we have to know what is this equation of motion means. Then we'll come to its derivation, how we can derive this equation of motion. So to come, what is this equations of motion? Equations of motion is a mathematical formula because whenever a body will move from one place to another or when a body in the motion, its position change, velocity change or acceleration change with respect to time. So that relationship between acceleration, velocity, displacement and time, the mathematical formula is the equation of motion. So if we come to the definition of equations of motion, you will get here equations of motion in physics are defined as the equations which describe the behavior of physical system in terms of its motion as a function of time. Means the behavior of physical system means whenever a body is at rest or in motion, its position, velocity and acceleration, how it will change as a function of time, means with the change in time, how this velocity, acceleration and position will differ or change, increase or decrease. That what we can say as the equation of motion. Equation of motion. In equation of motion, we are having different components. Means here we will get one displacement denoted by the letter S with SI unit meter. Velocity, to velocity will get one the initial velocity U denoted by means initial velocity U with SI unit meter per second. Final velocity V SI unit meter per second. Time T SI unit second and acceleration A with SI unit meter per second square. In short, it will take UTSAV or we can say SUTAV. So this is the shortcut or short form of all the components, all the terms used in equation of motion. So if we will come to first equation of motion, here we will get three equations. If we will come to first equation of motion, first equation of motion is V equal to U plus AT. V final velocity equal to initial velocity plus the product of acceleration and time. Second equation of motion is S equal to ut plus half at square. S distance traveled by a body with respect to time in a given direction or displacement of a body equal to the product of initial velocity and time plus half into a t square. A acceleration t time square. Third equation of motion is v square equal to u square plus 2as, where final velocity square equal to initial velocity square of initial velocity plus the 2 into acceleration into displacement. Means from this we'll get different relationship between all these components used in the motion, and if one quantity is we have to find out and other all are given, we can find out by using these three equations. So if we'll come to the derivation of all these three, we can derive the equations by two methods. One by theoretical method or by using the definition. Second, by using the graph, what you can say the velocity time graph. So let us start the derivation of this equation of motion. So first one, if we come to the derivation of equation of motion, then by definition, acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Means change in velocity by time will get acceleration. That means a equal to v minus u by t or v minus u equal to a into t or v equal to u plus at. This is the derivation of our first equation of motion. Second, if we will come to displacement s, so displacement is equal to average velocity to time. Why I can say average velocity? Average velocity means because we are having here two velocity, initial velocity and final velocity. So if you take the average of that velocity, because displacement by time is velocity, velocity into time is displacement. So S equal to will get V plus U by 2 final velocity plus initial velocity by 2 into T. So average velocity into time. So if we'll substitute the value of v here, v equal to u plus 80. So u plus 80 plus u is equal to 2u plus 80 by 2 into t. Or simply we can say 2u by 2 u, 80 by 2 half 80 into t. That means s equal to ut plus half 80 square. This is the second equation of motion. If we come to the third equation of motion here, then by taking the same formula that displacement equal to average velocity into time, we will get here s equal to v plus u by 2 into t. But we know v equal to u plus 80. Now we will substitute the value of t here. V equal to u plus 80. That means v minus u equal to 80. So t equal to v minus u by a. So here we will get the formula for s v plus u by 2 into, in place of t, we will substitute the value. Here you can see we'll substitute the value, this one, t equal to v minus u by a. So here we have used the value v minus u by a. So v plus u into v minus u, a plus b into a minus b, that is s square minus b square, the algebraic formula used here. So s equal to v square minus u square by 2a. 2a will come to the left side, then v square minus u square equal to 2as, or v square equal to u square plus 2as. So this is the three formula or three equations what you can derive by using the definitions, by using the mathematical expressions. When we come to a velocity time graph, or if we want to derive all these equations by graphical method, we have to take the help of velocity time graph. Why to take the help of velocity time graph? First thing. Then how we can find all these terms? First one, when you are using a velocity time graph used for two reasons. One, to find the acceleration. Second, to find the displacement. The slope of a velocity time graph always gives acceleration, whereas the area enclosed between the graph and x-axis gives us the value of displacement. So here we will use a velocity time graph where time in the x-axis and velocity in the y-axis, where O to R, our graph is P and N. P and straight line is our graph, where it is not starting from the origin, it is starting from a particular point P. Means initially it is having certain value u, and finally it attains a value v. Means the difference of velocity, if we look between the point P and M, that is v minus u. Final velocity at M v, initial velocity at P point u. At origin or O, time is 0. At R point, time is t. Means the difference of time here, t minus 0 or t. Means to change the velocity v minus u, time difference is t minus 0. So v minus u and t minus 0 is a change in y-axis, change in x-axis. So let's to come to the first equation. To solve the first equation, we have to take the help of slope of this graph. Slope, we know change in y-intercept by, or change in y-axis by change in x-axis, means y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. If we take the graph Pn, here y2 at m point, which is v, and y1 at the p point, which is u. So v minus u is the change in y-axis, whereas if we come to the x-axis, for n the r point, which is t, and for m it is O, means 0. So t minus 0 is the change in x-axis. So we'll get acceleration equal to nq by pq, or simply we can say pm or mp by or, or v minus u by t, or y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. T means t minus 0. So we got here 80 equal to v minus u, whereas v equal to u plus 80, the first equation of motion by graphical method. Second one, if we come to our second case or second equation, here you can see the second equation of motion. In second equation of motion, or equation 2, again we have to take the help of the same graph. But because in second equation we have to find the displacement, and displacement is the area between the graph and x-axis. So here you can see it is taking a shape now, O, P, N, R. If we take 4 points, O starting from O point, O to P, P to N, P to N, then N to the point R, this line, and from R to this O point. Means if we take these 4 points O, P, N and R, this is making a shape of trapezium. Trapezium where two sides are this side, means the side RN or NR, and the side OP. These two are parallel to each other. Means here you can say it is a trapezium. OPNR is a trapezium. So if we take the area of this trapezium, we will able to get the area of this graph or displacement of this body. But here you can see this particular trapezium or this graph is divided into two parts. Here you can see one triangle which is P and Q triangle, whereas second one you will get here one rectangle OPQR rectangle. So let to take one rectangle and one triangle and we'll try to find out its area. So first one, we'll take the triangle P and Q and we'll try to find its area, plus we'll take the area of OPQR rectangle, and both the area if we'll add or sum of both these areas, we'll get the area of this trapezium. So area of triangle P and Q plus area of rectangle OPQR will give us the area of trapezium OPNR. So area of triangle is half into base into height and area of rectangle L into B. Here area of triangle if we will find, that is half into PQ, which is the base, into NQ, the height, plus if we will come to area of rectangle OPQR, then OP is the breadth and OR is the length. So OP into OR. So in place of OP value is U, OR value is T, U into T, plus half into PQ, value of PQ if we look the same, it is T, into, if we take NQ is same as PM, which is V minus U. So U into T plus half into T into V minus U, or UT plus half AT square. Why will say half AT square? Because V minus U equal to AT. T into AT equal to half AT square. So S equal to UT plus half AT square. Our second equation of motion. Third one. If we'll come to the third case or third equation, which is V square equal to U square plus 2AS. By using the same graph, we can find the equation V square equal to U square plus 2AS. If we'll take the same graph, now we'll take the area again of trapezium OP and R. Distance travel S or displacement of the body S equal to area of trapezium OP and R. And to find the area of trapezium, you have to take the help of a formula where sum of two parallel side, because here OP parallel to NR. So sum of parallel side into height. Height means which make 90 degree with the base. So here the height is OR. This OR point, O to R is our height here. So to find the area of this trapezium, you have to take the help of formula half into OP plus RN to sum of two parallel side into height OR. So we got half into, or we can say half into A plus B into H, where A plus B is the sum of two parallel sides. But in this equation it will come half into OP value is U, but it's RN. Why you can say OP value U? Because P value U, O value 0. So U minus 0, and NR means N means M and N point. So M value is V and R point straight to O means V minus 0. So U plus v into OR is the t minus 0. So u minus 0 plus v minus 0 into t minus 0. That means u plus v into t. So if we will substitute the value here for t is because v minus u equal to at, t equal to v minus u by a. That means t equal to v minus u by a. So half into u plus v or v plus u into v minus u by a. Again, a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b, v plus u into v minus u, v square minus u square. So you got here the equation s equal to v square minus u square by 2a or v square minus u square equal to 2as or v square equal to u square plus 2as. So this is the three equations of motion and their derivation. When you come to some special cases, means when a body start from rest. When a body start from rest means its initial velocity is 0. Means at every point wherever it is having u, you have to write in place of u 0. Means we will get v equal to u plus 80, 0 plus 80, 80. S equal to ut plus half at square, 0 into t 0. So s equal to half at square only. V square equal to u square plus 2as means 0 plus 2as. V square equal to 2as. But whenever we will take a freely falling body case, when a body is coming from a height to down, in place of a or acceleration we will get acceleration due to gravity g, small g, and in place of displacement we will get height h. So this all three equation will change. V equal to u plus 80, so it will come v equal to u plus gt. S equal to ut plus half at square, so it will come h equal to ut plus half gt square. V square minus u square equal to 2as, so it will come v square minus u square equal to 2gh. Now, for a freely falling body, when a body is coming from a height to down, because of the force of gravity, that time initial velocity is 0. So we will get v equal to gt because u plus gt, u0, so gt. H equal to ut plus half gt square, u0, that means h equal to half gt square. V square equal to u square plus 2gh. So u0 means v square equal to 2gh. But when a body is going from down to up, that time in place of plus we'll get minus because it's going against the gravity, or v equal to u minus gt, h equal to ut minus half gt square, v square equal to u square minus 2gh because when a body is going from down to up. So this is the special cases. So you go through this video, and if you feel it is helpful for you, like my video, subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon to get the further notification, because very soon I'll come with another video of this equation of motion which will be more helpful for you. Thank you.